Just a few days ago, I hit 20,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and it has made me so excited. And a bunch of you have asked how I edit my videos. So today, buckle in, get some pen and paper. We're going to show you step by step how I edit all my videos. First, filming. I do the majority of all my filming on my iPhone 17. I did have the 13 Pro Max, which I loved. But then it stopped charging, and I did have issues with the audio for a while, so I was kind of like, but finally got the 17. I love it. I actually like it now more because it actually fits in my hand, and I'm not struggling to hold it all the time, especially filming, because it's so much easier. While the 13 Pro Max, I was like, have to use my entire hand. So I love it much better. So if you think you need all this fancy equipment to film, edit, you're completely wrong. You just need an iPhone, internet, and a will to get it done. Because when I tell you, when I first started, I hated editing. I hated editing because it was such a learning process, and a lot of times I'm like, I don't know how to fix this or do this, and so it very much is challenging. But once you push through, and that is how I'm able to do my posting every day of summer, because I have gotten so good at editing and fast. Now, I'm not doing all these crazy edits like a bunch of these YouTubers are. I hope to kind of be at that level one day, but I'm also not one that likes a lot of edits. I kind of want for it to feel organic and kind of just like, we're besties on a FaceTime every day, So that's also, your preference. Do you want something that's highly edited and cinematic? Because those are good too. I watch those. I like them. Or like with memes and GIFs and funny sounds. Like I do those every now and then if I'm feeling up to it. But I also like some YouTubers that do that. But then sometimes they have videos where it's like, bam, meme, bam, crazy sound, bam. It's like every 5 seconds. Like, bro, what are you even saying? I don't know. It's like, it's too much. It's overstimulating. So it very much is your preference, and it's your channel. So whatever you like, do it. Doesn't matter what anyone says, because there's going to be someone out there that likes it. Next is editing. What do I use for editing? I use CapCut Pro. When I first started my YouTube, I just used CapCut, which is free. But I got the Pro because you get much more templates, editing tools. You get more tools to edit audio, which I love, because especially when I have background noise or things going on and I want to be able to focus on my voice, I can enhance my voice. And that's something I'm very about with videos of even other people's videos. If there's something going on in the background, or it's annoying sound, because sometimes the mics have issues, even with my new phone, sometimes the mic just decides to have a little, it's like, what is that? So definitely one of my favorite things is to be able to clearly hear someone and what they're saying. So let's get started. How I film. I just use my phone. I turn it sideways and I film. I film this way. I mostly film myself with the camera facing me, just because I like seeing myself. Yes, it's not as good quality as the back camera, but I don't care. I like seeing myself, and I don't know. I also feel like the front camera me and the back camera me are two different people, and I'm like, I don't like it. So I'll sometimes do the back camera if I'm getting a shot of myself walking somewhere or doing something or whatever. But majority of the time it's my front camera. Now, obviously you are watching this on a different camera. This camera is the it's the Xtra Edge action camera that I got off TikTok Shop. I believe it's about $300. Not too crazy. I do have it linked down below in pretty much all my videos. I got it after I got monetized and started making money, because I wanted an additional camera just to have, especially with my DoorDash videos. If you don't know, I do DoorDash, and I need my phone to do DoorDash, and I'm not going to be those people that have multiple phones. That's too much. That's doing too much. So I'm like, I want a camera that I can just set up on the dash and record myself when I get videos, and when I get dashes. That way I can also film that. So I like having it for just getting more angles, and now I can do this, because I was like, how am I going to film this when I do all my editing on my phone? So this is a very good camera. I love it. I take it in the water when I go to the pool. It's waterproof. I'm going to take it on my vacation when I go on my cruise. You guys already know it's going to be so much fun. So it's linked down below if you want to buy yourself one and get started. Because honestly, I feel that too. I felt like I needed all this fancy equipment, and you honestly don't. You just need your phone. So to get started on CapCut, I love CapCut. I don't think I'm ever going to change from CapCut because it is like so user friendly. It has a bunch of pre-made edits and transitions, so you don't have to do it yourself, and that's one thing I love about it. So getting started, so you're going to put new video, and then you're going to go through your camera roll and find what videos you want to do. You are going to have the videos at 16:9, I believe it is. So to get started, I like to do, let's do like we're going to do the day that I celebrating 20,000 subscribers. So that day I, helped take care of my dad because he is home at my house while he recovers from his stroke and heart attack. So most of my day is taking care of him. I'm out of work for the summer, so I'm still getting married. So every day is an adventure. So I feel like I wanted to very much do just daily vlogs. It also depends on what type of videos you're making. So what you will do is you'll select the videos in order is what I usually do. And you just pick them in order as you go. And you select which ones you want to have in your video, you approve, and there is the starting of your video. Once I have all the clips I want to have in this video, I will then go through it all and make sure all the volumes are up and that you can hear everything clearly. So a lot of times I will just put the volume
Hello, welcome.
And then sometimes I'll do reduce noise. It just depends. Sometimes the reduced noise makes it crystal clear, and then sometimes it makes my voice kind of have an echo, which I don't really like all the time. So I'm like, so it just kind of depends, and you just have to listen. So, but the majority of the time I go all the way to the end and do enhanced voice. Now I believe you do have to have CapCut Pro for that. And you enhance it. It takes a few seconds or a little bit longer depending how long the clip is. And I just like having crystal clear that you can hear what I'm saying. And then the number one thing that I love to do is clip out any times I'm stopping to breathe or think or readjust the camera or whatever I'm doing, because there's a lot of times where I just kind of space out. I'm like, crap, I'm recording. So what I do is I like to clip those out by, usually you can do split and then delete that clip, or you can go back. Or what I do is I like put the little cursor where I want it to end, and I just do that. And then going through my video, I went to Kroger's to get balloons for 20 for 20K. And sometimes my camera does this. I don't know why it does it. It like flips it upside down or right side up. And I'm like, bro, this is a sideways video. So what you do is you just select it. So how you know it's selected is the whole box is like lit up blue. And then you'll hit transform and just rotate, rotate, rotate. And that way it is the 16:9, which is YouTube. And let's say you're going through and you're like, hey, there's a clip that's missing. You just hit this little plus sign and you find the video that you wanted to have in there. And then you can view it before you put it in.
All right.
And of course it's sideways, so we have to turn it around, rotate. There we go. So there's my balloons with the flowers. I thought it was aesthetic looking. So a lot of times you don't need to be talking through videos. Sometimes I do, and then later decide I don't want to listen to what I'm saying in the video, so I'll add music. Honestly, it just depends on your preference. Like if you want to, talk as you go, or if you want to do a voiceover, or if you just want to put music over it. Any of those, totally up to you. So after you go through all the clips and make sure everything looks good, everything's edited out, whether, it's just a lull in the video or things like that. A lot of times I'll add transitions depending on if I change locations. So if I wanted to do a transition going from the store to my house. So this is me in the car with the balloons. Blah, 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 blah. I'm talking. and then I'm at the house. So what you do is this little dash in between the clips, you'll click that and it'll give you all these transitions, I do believe, with the CapCut Pro. So anything with the little diamonds is CapCut Pro. So they have quite a few without. So they have a lot of good ones. Or if you want to be specific, or if you want to find something like, I think it was the 4th of July. I found one and I did like fireworks. So it honestly depends on what your video is about, and or if you just like it. Like there was one time where I like had the minions for the entire time, like entire video. Did my video have anything to do with minions? No, I just saw the minions transition. I said, that's funny. I want to add that. So I think I have such great viewers is because I've been cutting out a lot of where it just like I am doing something, but what I'm doing is kind of boring. So what I see a lot of YouTubers do is, you know, they want to get that time up because the longer people watch, the more they make. But when it is just a constant of nothing, or you're just yapping on and on and on and on and on about nothing, people could click away. They get bored. So that means we need to clip things out. So on this video of me walking to my car, getting the balloons out, messing around with them, I just clipped the whole thing out. So I kind of clipped it to where the balloons finally came out. I did split, which makes the one clip into two or into many, depends on how much you want to do. And then I delete it. And that way that is the beginning of the video. And then I'm just kind of standing there messing with the string. So I fast forward, blah, 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 grab the flowers, and then delete that. That way, there I am with the balloons, walking. And then we don't need to watch me walk towards my camera and grab it. Same with here, we don't need to watch me walk there, mess around with the balloons. I mean, it was kind of funny. I did include a little bit of the clip of me messing with the balloons because the wind was just taking them everywhere and they weren't listening to me. I did add music later to these videos after a bit because it was kind of just a silence of me messing with these balloons, and it gets boring. Like, no one wants to watch that, I don't think. So I added just a little of it, just for, a little comedic, like, oh my gosh, look at her messing with those balloons. And I want to take cute pictures, and then I delete. Let's delete, fast forward. I managed to get the 2-0 correct a little bit, and so I just kind of edit all that, and there's my dog in the background. And then we don't need to watch me walk towards my camera. And then I just delete that. And then I wanted to get the actual videos that I took that I later then made into photos because they were much better, because they were up and down like for like TikTok really. So how to add videos or pictures onto your videos is you hit overlay, and you can add overlay, and you can do photos or videos. So let's do a video, and I did one of these. Yep, right there. And then it takes a little bit depending on how long that is. And the more overlays you do, I believe it says like the less like good it will look. I don't know. I've never had any problem with it. And then I wanted to just kind of add that into the side, just to kind of so you guys could see how good I looked really. And then I can clip it so you can see which one you're clicking on because that's lit up. So here's that. I delete that. All right, and then sound effects. I add sound effects to crazy things, or sometimes I add no sound effects. So a lot of times I try to do it if I add an overlay, whether it's a picture or video. That way, if someone kind of is watching, but they're kind of not watching, and I want them to just like, pay attention again, I do a little pop or a click. And CapCut Pro has sound effects. So we're going to go to audio and hit sound effects, and they have a bajillion ones. And sometimes you look up like, oh, keyboard, and it'll give you like the craziest things. And it's like, that's not what I want. You can save sounds by hitting the little flag there on the side, and that way you can keep them right here in this little folder. That way, if you use them all the time, which I do, especially the pop. So that makes a little pop. And a lot of times, most of my videos are at full volume. So I want the sound effects to be at full volume. That way they can hear it. So, pop. So they can add funny sound effects. I like having them just to add a little razzle dazzle. It's just a preference for me, is I try to blur out people that, you know, don't want to be in videos. If they either say, or a lot of times people don't say anything. A lot of times I'm kind of like incognito sitting on my camera because it is just my phone. So, you know, they don't give approval for being in my video. So a lot of times I will just blur people out. So I will go to stickers, and they have a lot of stickers, and they got some funny ones, but I just go to the blur effect over the person's face a lot of times. That way, you know, they don't want to be in your video. Not everyone wants to be YouTube famous. So that's just a preference for me though. And so many people have asked me how I do the beginning of my videos. Some people just go right into a video. I like to have little you know, what you can see of what the video is going to be about, because I feel like it gets people excited for what the video is, and they can see what the video is going to be about. That way it's also like, oh, they see something happening, like a little clip, they're like, oh, I wonder what that's about, and I feel like they're more inclined to watch it. So how I do that is, so here's this clip I wanted where I was like, here's to 20K. To 20K. To 20K. I just split it. And what I do is I duplicate it, and then I drag it all the way to the front. That way it is the beginning of my video. And I do that for a bunch of different clips, whether it is just kind of, here I am showing the 20 balloons, duplicate, and drag. I also wanted where I was taking pictures. Right here, and duplicate, and drag, and right here. And after I've gone through the video and see what clips I want, that is when I then start going through and editing, adding, you know, text, filters, transitions, because a lot of times when you suddenly add videos towards the front, it pushes all your overlays and your sounds backwards. So that's one thing I learned, and it's honestly quite annoying because you want to get it all done in one go, but you can't. You're gonna have to go back and forth. That is the easiest way I've done it. I've definitely cut back on time because it took me a long time to figure out, hey, put all the videos in, all the clips in first, see what you need to edit out, do all the volumes, enhancements, and then go clip what you want at the front. I don't always do it. Sometimes I do it. And then go through and add text and whatever. So, text. Here is celebrating 20,000. So you add text, and they have a lot of good templates. I love CapCut templates. Like, they are just so freaking cute. Like, how, like, I just know people before would have to make these themselves. And I'm so lucky I do not have to because my videos would not look good. So let's say I want this one to 20K. To 20K. We edit. Let's say I put the 20K. Okay, 20K subscribers. And you can mess around with it. A lot of times things are like, it's grouped together, so you can kind of see where it has like stars on it. So if you suddenly like don't want those together or whatever, you can do this little thing at the side and it takes them apart. So see, there's all the stars. If you want to like, oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that, or I want to go back to what I just did, you just hit the little backspace, and there you go. 20K subscribers. And then I did another one where it's celebrating, because I wanted these 20K subscribers to be the first thing they see. Not celebrating 20 subscribers. I wanted 20K. Well, that's cool. Dust. I see that one. That was cool. Where'd it go? Where's my celebrating? Oh, there it is. Okay. Celebrating. Let's see. Dust. That's cool. Now, these aren't the ones I used for my video, but I feel like I like different transitions and just trying out new things.
To 20K!
And not every video is the same. A lot of people stick to a theme of their text and their pictures and their thumbnails. I do not. I just go with what I'm feeling that day. So, my thumbnails is actually so simple. 99% of the time, it's just a screen grab of something in the video. So, I believe I just did where I'm here with the photo. Where I'm taking photos for my pictures. So right there. So that is the screen grab that I want to do. But I wanted to add something else to it. So I wanted the picture of me. So we do an overlay. We go to photos, and what I did before, which was from those up and down videos that I did, I just took screenshots of myself. So we'll add that and we'll put it in here in the corner. But now you got like a random picture in the corner. So what I do for 90% of the time, if you just like want a little like you in the corner or whatever, I do remove background. One thing I absolutely about CapCut. I believe it's Pro. You might have to see. So remove BG, remove background, auto removal. You hit the plus. There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. And it's 99% of the time so good and so clean looking. And I'm glad I don't have to do that, because there are people that like had to. I remember back in the day, and like people that would start in YouTube and they had to do all that like themselves. Like it was crazy. I was like, no, I don't want to do all that. And then what I do is I make sure this little doggle thingy is out of the way. I don't know how to get rid of that. It's so annoying. And then I just screenshot. I crop it, and there is my thumbnail. And lastly, so many people ask me how I add music, how I get music without getting copyrighted, non-copyright music. I was for a bit using YouTube, but it was honestly so hard, because like a lot of times they would say that they're non-copyright, and then I would get like, hey, you're using my music. I'm like, you uploaded it and put non-copyright. Like, what do you want from me? So I finally got Epidemic Sound again. I used to have it back when I was doing YouTube, and then I quit, and then I stopped doing Epidemic Sound. I believe it's $15 a month. But if you're really serious about YouTube, it's worth it, because it takes off so much of the hassle of trying to find good music, and they have so much good music. They have music based on themes, the type of videos, cinematic, or it's crazy how much good music they have. So I just go through and just think of the clip that I just go through and just think of the clip that I want this music to be on, and just kind of what would fit the vibe, you know? I feel like that's happy celebrate. So you pick a song, you hit the little, you hit download, it'll start to download, and then you just import it to CapCut. And what I like to have is where you want it, because then it'll import right where you want it. So let's move it back just a little bit, because I wanted it back here. So then there's your music. So yeah, that is how I edit all my videos. It's honestly been such a journey because I used to take hours to do my videos, to edit, and it'd be such a long process and I'd get so frustrated with it. So trust me, it is frustrating and annoying if you're not with it, especially technology, which I'm not. Technology and me, like, I got issues with technology. Technology never wants to work a lot of times for me, but I said, no, this is what I want. I want to be a YouTuber. And 20,000 subscribers and making some good money. So yeah, I hope you guys use these tools and tips. Let me know if you are a YouTuber or you're wanting to be one. And if you make your first video, let me know and I'll go give it a watch, give you my opinion. If you do have YouTube videos that you're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, comment down below. If I got time, I'll come see one of your videos and I'll give you some good tips. Honestly, I'm forever love watching people, you know, give tips, especially like on TikTok. They're like CapCut. I follow all those creators that do like CapCut tips, CapCut editing tips. That way I'm always so up on it and just continuously evolving and creating more and better content. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.